There are 62 kilometers of porticoes in Bologna, the most arcaded city in Italy, and they are UNESCO listed. The longest one is about 4 kilometers long. I walked it about 5 years ago. This is St. Lucy, 1623. The Leaning Tower of Bologna. Breakfast.
Grazie.
Enjoy.
What's this bread called?
Crescentina.
So what's this called?
Torta di riso.
So the plan is to eat this rice cake and then work off the calories by climbing the tallest medieval tower in Bologna. Exactly. My thoughts exactly. Okay, all caffeined up and ready for this. So this tower, the Asanelli Tower, is 90 meters tall. It's got a little bit of lean to it. It's the tallest leaning medieval tower in the world. And we're climbing up 498 steps right now. 498. Falling behind below. Come on. You gonna survive?
Let's go, man.
And we're off. You proud of yourself?
Yeah.
From up here, you can see a few other towers. There's around 20 of them left here in Bologna. And here's this tower's partner, the Leaning Tower. Together, the two towers, symbol of Bologna. You look comfortable. Excuse me, sir, excuse me. I'm so sorry, I had to tell you, you look like a stallion. I saw you from across the street, a stallion, an Italian stallion.
Indeed I am.
So sorry to bother, I just wanted to say.
You go back there.
A stallion. Bellissimo. We are in 8th of August Park, and there's a lot of dealers here, so.
Careful, man.
So Bologna is three things. It's tortellini, it's whores, and it's towers, but it sounds better in Italian.
Allora, troie, tortellini e torri.
It sounds so nice. It just sounds more classical, more gentile. The Italians have such a way with words.
Prepararci formaggi da vendere al mercato. Ecco, signora.
And all these rivers were powering the wheel,
Windmills or
or
water wheels.
Water wheels. Yeah, that's it.
So Bologna was built on rivers. You don't see them anymore. When someone in Bologna pisses me off or they're in my way, what do I say?
Sei mezzo ai maroni.
Sei mezzo maroni.
Ai maroni.
Sei mezzo ai maroni.
You are between my balls, basically. That's what we do say.
So this church, Chiesa di Santa Maria della Misericordia, was built in 1432. Traditional Bologna food. Look at the pasta tie for the utensils. Tenerina. Further evidence. A lot of Italian partisans, folks against Hitler and Mussolini, were shot and hanged in this square, and this is a monument for them. Neptune Square, by guess. This Neptune statue was built to honor Pope Pius IV, and Pope Pius didn't like the size of the genitals of Neptune. So he ordered it cut in half, and the sculptor begrudgingly agreed. But he got a little bit of a revenge. If you look at the statue from a certain angle, he becomes erect, and he did this intentionally. And a shadow cast at a certain time of day indeed confirms the virility of Neptune. So middle finger to the Pope. Will the sun allow you to see that? Do you see something erect? Maserati, the Bologna-based car company, and they got their emblem from the trident. Franklin Delano Roosevelt Square. And a beautiful square it is. Nice portico ceiling. Yeah, this must be a synagogue or some Jewish house of some sort. Bologna managed to become one of the major commercial trade centers in the Middle Ages, thanks to a hydraulic system of canals and locks. And this system provided energy for the trades. It allowed big ships to come and go, and of course, it improved sanitation with public washrooms. By the end of the 1100s, there were around 60 kilometers of canals that had been dug all around the city. A lot of them are still here. They're just sort of underground. They've been paved over. They're not needed anymore. But every once in a while, you can catch a glimpse of part of them. Observe the washing, observe the rushing water. Oh, no, there's water. That's swamp. It's swamp. Where are the frogs? Where are the frogs?
It's so dried up.
Another beautiful canal. The best known mortadella in the world comes from Bologna. It's ground heat-cured pork with at least 15% pork fat cubed, usually from the neck of the pig. Lambrusco. It's a sparkly red wine that comes from Bologna. There it is, mortadella with mozzarella di bufala.
How is it? He said it's juicy.
How is anything in Italy? This is the Basilica di San Petronio. It was built starting 1390. They didn't finish it, the facade you've seen. The patron saint of Bologna is Petronius, so this basilica is dedicated to him. Looks like a Last Judgment scene over there. I see a devil eating a person. Did I mention no photos or videos allowed here? Oh, look. Crab saint? Saint Petronius is in there. His remains. Home sweet home. I'm on the way to the film festival to see the screening the premiere of Emanuele Mengotti's masterpiece, Rosso di Sera, Red Sky at Night. But first, priorities. There's an important statue I must visit. And here it is. Here he is. Bologna's hero of the absurd, Roberto Freak Antoni, blasting off in a toilet. It's indescribably beautiful. And here we go. Go, Emanuele. That's Emanuele right there.
Salute, caro.
Yeah, there you go. Cheers. There's the cinema, and they have a nice bar scene outside of it. Cameo bar. Yeah!
Naturalmente questo film è dedicato a...
Quante immagini sono state? Gente che sfonda? Sì, ma non sono più, non sono un problema. Ah, non è più di
Oh, you found the glass.
Finally.
Cheers.
The wrong one, but look.
Parking here is €7.50 a day, and I haven't paid yet, and I keep checking my car, and I still haven't received a ticket. Maybe Americans park free? There's an entrance to the old town. For breakfast, how about some pasta? Pasta? Pasta. So much poetry. Here's a funny one. It translates to, Bologna is like a tortellino. You can always find the hole. Now in the university zone, where pasta is a bit cheaper. The price is right. You're looking at tagliatelle con ragù alla bolognese. So this is a slowly cooked meat-based sauce, and its preparation involves sweating, sautéing, braising. You have onions, celery, carrots, and of course, minced or finely chopped beef. Maybe a little bit of pork.
No, ecco. Il bicchiere con ghiaccio
Tu devi mandare le foto di come la cosa stai facendo, cioè di quelle cose che fai, perché io non ho questa idea, quindi c'è tanto
It's 92 degrees Fahrenheit, 33 Celsius, and taking a mile-long walk to see the 600-year-old mummified remains of a nun, St. Catherine of Bologna. Emanuele, I found one of your posters. What does mondiale mean? Here's the monastery holding St. Catherine of Bologna's remains. So here she is since the 1400s, sitting on a throne. St. Catherine of Bologna. She's the patron saint of artists. She was a musician, a violinist. No video allowed, by the way. So this is Portico di San Luca. It's the longest covered walkway in the world, about 4 kilometers. It leads up to the Basilica di San Luca from the city center, and the basilica houses the Madonna di San Luca. Who was San Luca? Luke the Evangelist. He painted the Virgin with Child. Construction of this portico began in 1674. The backstory goes back to 1192 when a woman from nearby founded an hermitage up at the top of the hill where the basilica now stands. And over time, it became a little community that guarded an image of the Virgin with Child that they believed was painted by Luke the Evangelist. In 1433, there was flooding in Bologna for 3 straight months. And so they brought down the icon, the image, to the city center to try to stop the flooding. And as soon as it reached the bottom of the hill, the rain stopped. It became an annual event every year, bringing the icon down. I think it was in May. And in 1674, they decided to build a portico, a covered walkway, to protect the Madonna and Child during its journey downhill and back up. There it is, the Basilica di San Luca. And that's the Madonna di San Luca up there. I'm gonna get closer. And now it's time to walk back 5 kilometers. A nice park right across the street from my house. Before breakfast, heading to the museum in memory of the Ustica Massacre. That was a 1980 flight that went down between Bologna and Palermo. Everyone died. They still don't know the reason. The government's latest excuse was it's a terrorist attack, but they've also volunteered that maybe it was shot down by a French fighter pilot who was fighting a Libyan fighter pilot. They say it could have been a time bomb placed in the bathroom. Some conspiracy theories suggest that the Italian government itself accidentally shot it down. The Italian government also suggested at the time that it was an act of war, but they didn't specify by whom. There are 81 mirrors surrounding the plane wreckage to symbolize the 81 lives lost. And the sound you're hearing are the whispers of the 81 people, what their thoughts may have been. Like, I can't wait to go to the beach, whatever. Personal artifacts of the victims are inside 9 black boxes that surround the wreckage. Out of respect for privacy, you can't see the artifacts. Introducing lasagna verde al forno. It's green! So here's an old store, the oldest store in Bologna. It was opened in 1783 as a place to buy swords and knives, or sharpen them, using, and this is what they're famous for, a horse-powered whetstone. A horse in what is now the courtyard would pull a system of pulleys and gears and whatever. It would power a whetstone in the shop, and you'd sharpen your knife. The name translates to ancient horse shop. And now they sell kind of rare kitchen utensils for making, Italian regional specialties. What's for truffles?
This one. Oh, I found it. I found what I want.
What do you want?
A ravioli shaper. Like this.
Huh. 6 generations of the same family since 1783. Yamasaki got his inspiration for the Twin Towers in New York from the Bologna Towers. Anyone want a small 310 euro bottle of balsamic vinegar? 150 years old. That's a tomb in there. There's another tomb in there. This is Piazza San Domenico, and when that church opens up at 3:30, we'll go in and take a look. It's where the remains of Saint Dominic are, the founder of the Dominicans, and his tomb was in part decorated by young Michelangelo. And here's Saint Dominic. Everyone I know who's gone to Italy in the last 2 years, since the pandemic began, has gotten COVID. I'm here for over 2 months, so wish me luck. History of the Partisans. These old wooden beams. Time for some pre-dinner bologna. Mortadella. I'm gonna go for number 16. Ooh, lemon carpaccio. Lemon carpaccio. So you're saying you're not walking anymore after this? You're done?
Yeah.
You're done for how long? What about tomorrow in Florence?
Tomorrow, yes, but today I'm done.
You're done with Bologna. You're not walking one more step. No. Back to the Basilica of San Domenico. Look at the courtyard. So medieval. Look at all the pebbles. It's a pebble courtyard. So now to check out the burial site of Saint Dominic. in 1770, October 6th, age 14, Mozart performed in his chapel on this organ. And here's the resting place of St. Dominic. The Ark of St. Dominic took 300 years to build. Michelangelo took part in something here. And there you have it. Six days in Bologna, no paying for parking, no ticket. Life is good, and I love this city. Repeat customer. Chiara.
Kira.
Chiara.
Kira.
Chiara. Hello, Chiara. Do you love Chiara? Yeah? Goodbye, Bologna.